Hello and welcome back to the Mountain Dream home. When you saw us last week, we were milling timbers to build a mudroom on the front of our house. We are about to dig the foundation for the mudroom. So basically we're putting a big hole in front of our house. But first, I'll take you back a couple of days to show you how hard we've worked to clear the site for what will be Nick's future workshop.
Hello, good morning. This morning we have Josh Pilch from Essential Mountain Homesteading coming.
We have guests coming today, and that's why I'm excited.
He is bringing an excavator and he's going to help us do dirt work. So we're leveling and clearing the site for the shop. We've done a ton of work to remove some trees, use the spot for the mill. We've cleared brush, we've ground up that brush, we have hauled away chips. We've been pretty active right here on this spot.
It's been 2 late nights, one late night of Nick milling and one late night of both of us chipping and dealing with the slash. I keep telling myself that my future self is going to be grateful for this. But we are tired, muscle tired, and lack of sleep tired. Future self, you owe me.
I'm feeling quite tired right now. We've been putting in long hours in order to be ready. That's just kind of how we do it. We have a big flurry of activity right when we need it, and then kind of slow and steady the rest of the time. And we're about to tear it up here.
I'll close the door. Go ahead. Okay, down to the earth. The yurt has been the kids' play space. So we've got all sorts of their books and some toys under the bed. Now, before my guests come, I've got to get some sheets and pillows on this bed.
The big thing is the site for the shop.
Okay, come on.
So this is our friend Josh Pilch of Pilch Construction.
That is true, of Pilch Construction fame. But most recently, Essential Mountain Homesteading is our YouTube channel.
He's going to do dirt work for us. So he brought one of his smaller machines, and we're going to get the site for the shop leveled and then see what else we have time for. Because right now I don't even have a shovel. So this is pretty amazing to have a machine and an operator available.
I love a good project, so we decided, hey, let's see if Nick will let us come and hang out and work on the project. So here we are, and we'll move some dirt and get ready for the future shop. The machine that we're using here today is a 12,000 pound mini excavator. And one of the great things about this mini excavator is that it has a blade on the front that allows it to be a small bulldozer, which is really great for knocking over piles, pushing things out of the way, and doing a lot of grading. Now, this machine is available at most rental stores. Anybody could run down, put one behind your truck, drive it home to your homestead, your mountain cabin, whatever you've got, and get a lot of work done. And at a very reasonable rate of maybe $400 a day. And that might sound like a lot, but for what you can accomplish for that $400 around your property might take you months to do if you had to do it all by hand. This machine is also set up with a thumb over the bucket for grabbing piles of trees or logs. If you're out looking to rent one, or you're going to hire somebody to come to your property, find somebody whose machine has a thumb on it. They can get a lot more work done if their machine has a thumb on it versus one that doesn't. It's been a great machine in that it's small and it's easy to get into remote locations like a mountain homestead or other off-grid property. It doesn't need a great big monster dump truck and a trailer to haul it around. You can do it with a large truck. So as you're out looking to rent or to hire work done, don't think that you need a great big machine and pay ridiculous prices. A smaller machine can get 90% of the work done that you want to get done, and you've got the option of going to a rental place and renting the machine and doing the work yourself.
So you stay there at that corner. We had a great day of dirt work. The area changed really pretty quickly. Josh is super fast and knows just what to do. We cleared a whole big area so that we can build as big a shop as we can fit in here. Why do we want to build a shop? Well, I like to make things, and I think that I could make things for a living. And how great would it be if I walked from the front door over to here, and that was my commute to work? That'd be pretty great. We want to be able to add value, make a living right here on the property. And I just can't think of a funner way to do it. So it kind of looks like we dug a moat around our front door. We'll fill it with water or maybe even oil and set it on fire, and nobody can come in. But that's not what we did. That's for the foundation of the mudroom. So we're going to pour footers and stem walls and piers, much like we did for the house. It is kind of a lot of concrete, but I feel good about the end result.
Little house gets a moat.
Exactly. Gotta save the kids' weapons from destruction.
Is that what those are?
Yeah. That's where they would keep their little stash of swords and bows and things.
So how are you feeling?
Good. It's another day of standing around watching somebody else work. It's a little weird, but good. Along with all the heavy lifting of dirt that Josh did while he was here, he also did other heavy lifting, which would take me hours and hours and lots of sore muscles. So this is a bunch of 6x6 steel tube that is going to become part of the shop. The shop will be a post and beam building, but the posts in this case are going to be steel.
Josh, will you tell Brett why it matters whether it's fill or native soil?
So as Nick and I are looking around at this shop space, and we know we've pushed some dirt out to that side and we have fill on that side, we know we're going to have to dig down deeper in that particular area to get that concrete onto native ground. And that way, if we've got all of those columns for this building on the same soil, then there's not going to be more movement on one side than there would be on the other. Sometimes people have half their building on solid rock and the other side is on fluff, and the fluff settles and the building shifts and you get cracks in the concrete and breaks in the sheetrock and tears in the roof that lead to leaks, and you just don't want any of that. So if you can start with a solid foundation, getting it on native soil, it's cheap insurance, and you'll sleep at night not worrying about things shifting or moving on you.
It was super fun to have Josh and his family here. They're actually beginning a homesteading adventure. So I sat in the kitchen quite a bit with Josh's wife, Kim, and talked about things like what is it really like to have kids in a remote location? What is it really like to deal with things like dishes and the bathroom? It was fun for me to kind of recollect what it was like for me early in my homesteading journey. Now that we're a few years further along, being able to think about that sense of adventure that's happening right at the beginning of the journey and wondering how it's going to go for them. And we hope that we are going to visit them as well in our adventures traveling this summer.
That was awesome!
A quick announcement for all of you who follow this channel. We appreciate you so much. We're going to be traveling for a few weeks and making lots and lots of videos, lots of collaborations with other YouTubers, and a lot of information, particularly about permaculture. Be sure and follow us, subscribe, hit the bell so that you can get all of our updates. Anytime that we upload, you'll be informed. And we look forward to bringing you along with us on our fun and educational summer trip.
You can check out my friend Josh at Essential Mountain Homesteading on YouTube and Instagram. Go check him out.
Thank you, sir.
He does good work.
Pretty good. Impressive work.
I'm Nick from Fouch Off Grid. Thanks for watching.
Bye. Good night, little house.
Yeah, I'm still very wet from that water incident.
In the water.
Wait, what happened now?
I fell in the water.
He accidentally slipped in the water.
Was it really an accident, or did you kind of?
Yeah, no, his body was literally halfway up to here.
Yeah,
I never.
it was an accident. Bye bye.